Welcome to Los Angeles, California. I'm here in the garage of the Big Time Boys.
Welcome.
Boys, it's great to be here. Thank you for welcoming me to your secret location. Really nice to be here, Jeremiah and Jobe. Tell me about how things have been going. You're free spirits now. Let's have a quick chat about that.
Yeah, it's January.
I'm not holding this for you. The service is not that good.
2025, first of the year. We're on our own. It's been the last 6 months was pretty intense.
Yeah, hectic, brutal. I mean, we were just doing so much between trying to start Big Time and finishing out our contracts at Donut. It's been a lot.
Yeah, it's been a lot. But now we're free birds.
That's right.
So we've been making do. I think we did last year 22 videos.
Okay.
Which was pretty good.
Yeah.
Now we're kind of getting reset so that we can start off strong for 2025 and just keep making the stuff we want to make.
Yeah.
You know,
Coming into 2025 pretty excited. It's gonna be a good year.
It's do you guys have like a regular upload schedule? Like I think last year we did 80 videos on the main channel of Mighty Cumberlands, and each of them's like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not a competition. But
All right.
I mean,
Where would we be losing? You guys crank out the content.
No, I mean we're
like your Instagram is like 100 posts a day.
We're trying to keep it consistent.
Yeah,
I feel like a dick now. It's like we did 20 last year. We did 80. I don't mean like that. I mean we try and do like once a week or a little extra.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing in that regard?
Well, we tried to do once a week for 12 weeks.
Yeah.
And with a small crew, it almost killed us.
Yeah, once a week sucks.
Yeah, once a week sucks, but we did once a week. We're gonna try to get back on once a week probably in 6-7 months. I don't know. We'll see. We're trying to build out the crew a little bit.
It'll probably be like once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For the majority of the next.
I'm sorry, I'm so freaked out. There's a
parrots?
sound. I played like when I was a kid and I had time Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And in that game,
They have a crow. Yeah.
I've never heard in real life. Is that a monkey?
Chicken-sized crows on the street. They're like this big. And parrots. So you'll hear parrots just
I know what a
squawking.
parrot is.
Yeah, you're giving them more information on where to find you.
Yeah.
The street with the
We
crows.
also have
Massive elephants.
Yes, and
Because the zoo is just here, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
That's the LA Zoo.
We're
Yeah.
right next to the LA Zoo.
and polar bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, but back to what you were saying. Yeah, we're trying to do. We did a video a week. We kind of like preloaded a little bit. I think we're gonna try to do that again. And it's just we're small. We only have and the videos we make are seemingly not complex, but they are.
Yeah.
You know.
it takes
Cars are hard, man. Like cars they're heavy, they're expensive, they take time, and they
take
don't
up
do as they're
space.
told.
That's right.
Yeah. They don't ever. It never goes how you want it to go.
Yeah.
And we kind of stacked ourselves up with projects last year that we're slowly finishing. You saw the big rig. Joby showed you that.
So good.
Yeah. So
That's Truckception right now. Do people know about the second one?
a little bit.
a little bit.
that's-
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to
Yeah,
give
yeah,
away too
no,
much
no.
because it's like you go into the backyard and I'm seeing trucks and I'm seeing an S14 out there as well.
Right, yeah.
Or do people know about all
They all
these
know.
things?
They know about
And
them
I'm
all.
like, I'm excited.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been really cool actually for me to come here because Mighty Cumberlands started 17 years ago in.
Today,
I was going to today.
Yeah.
I was going to say in a garage like this, except we didn't have the garage. We just had the driveway, and it actually feels really good to be back in this space again because there are a number of reasons we couldn't stay there with people finding out where we were and things like that. But it just feels so nice to be in like a real space. It's messy and it stinks and it's
And for some reason, there's carpet on the ground.
but it's great. So how's it been for you guys? Because I just got back from doing Top Gear. You got a 50-60 person crew. It was really nice for me to get back to Mighty Mods with just a couple of us. How is it for you guys? I don't understand quite how the donut machine worked.
Yeah.
But what I do see here is there's a garage with a couple of dudes, some shitty cars and tools. Tell me about that.
Yeah.
It's been good.
It's been good. I mean, it's been humbling because you start to realize all the team effort that goes into what makes a video and kind of like the production side of things. Like we're in front of the camera and we come up with the ideas, but coming up with an idea and then making it come to fruition is the hard part. You know, and so now that is on our shoulders and it's on, the team's shoulders, but it was 5-6 of us. So, that is, it's been trying at times.
It's great to, I think, get back to our roots, get back to the basics a little bit, be back in my home garage. But that does come with realizing how much other stuff you got to do, right? Like it's just a few of us, so there's a lot more responsibility on everybody's shoulders, but a lot more freedom at the same time. So it's rewarding. It's nice to get back to the basics, but it's also a lot of work.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird though that the audience, the car bit's the big bit, but for you as creators, the car bit's the small bit. Is the way that I've found. It's like you can work on a car for a couple of days, but then you got heaps of editing, dealing with sponsors, dealing with all the socials, and these days, like you kind of got to be doing everything.
Yeah. That's
Even just as you're working on one project, you sort of have to have one eye on the next project. Getting parts lined up, getting choices made, finding all the things you need. So yeah, it's a never-ending source of work, but that's good. I mean, that lets us make content. So
yeah, it's good. It's just trying to get organized. I think that's part of it. Is you rely, in our previous time, it's weird because we started off doing this in a sense, and then we built up, the empire that was Donut, to where we didn't have to do some of the things that we didn't necessarily weren't our strong suits. And then you forget, and now we're back to being like, well, yeah, we got to go back.
I got to ingest the footage. I got to back it up.
We have to.
we call it dumping.
We got to we got to dump the footage.
Ingesting.
That's going to be our new term. But I think overall, it's good that this is kind of our roots. Like we're not supercar guys. We're not like high-end car guys. We're just a bunch of goofy dudes who just like tinkering on and buying stuff that we have no business buying, but
like
learning.
That truck, man. And it's interesting because when your videos started coming out, I remember. So we've got a really, really small team. So Marty and I, kind of come up with the ideas on screen. Originally, I was just shooting and he was doing the car stuff. I was meant to be the crew and he was the expert. And as time went on, we kind of each started doing I would do a bit more on screen, a bit more driving. He would do some editing, and now it's still just the two of us. But we have a guy James that helps us shoot and. Ingest the footage, get some multicams up, but the edits, we're still doing the edits and do the music and do all that kind of stuff. I remember one of your first videos that came out, James came in, he's like, holy shit, look at this, and you've got this page with a graphic on it, and then the page comes to life, right? With graphics and stuff on it, you know what I'm talking about? And I was like you guys weren't like, hey, it's just us and an iPhone now, it felt to me like you were like, there's an expectation of what you've done over the last few years, and you're just going to be kind of in a simpler environment like this, but it didn't feel like your videos were going to be simpler. It felt like they were as high-end as anything else, and it was not a question. It was, I was impressed. We were all really impressed.
Oh, thank you. I mean, that was definitely, we were very aware of that, that there was, that we had set a bar and a precedent, and we needed to try to maintain that. And while I think it is easy to get hung up on trying to, shoot something perfectly, it's good to at least try to shoot it pretty well, So, and that's, I think that's a big strength of ours. We are super into cars, obviously, but we're also into cameras and the, all the production side of it is something that we're all interested in, which I think helps make a good video, right? It's like you guys with the music. I mean,
you still make all the music, right?
Yeah, all of that.
It's mad.
Yeah, and we came in that was obviously super important to us, was to let people know and we talked about it in our first video, what can you expect? We have, I think, a high level of expectations for ourselves and the content that we make, and we didn't want to lower that standard. We wanted people to know oh, hey, those guys who are doing their own thing, they had a lot more, in what was going on, in the donut days than I maybe thought, and we just wanted to carry that over and make sure people know, we know how to make videos.
Yeah, you definitely did that. And I think as well that you guys, and I would put Marty in that category as well, Marty knows so much more about cars than me. It's like the Haynes manual, I feel like I'm a 3 out of 5 spanner guy, Marty's he's just... And he's really clever with it. He really gets it, and he's really good with it. And you guys obviously both come from mechanical engineering and being a mechanic as well. And so I guess then the thing that I wanted to ask you guys is you've managed to tick a few different boxes, and there's lots of people out there that want to be mechanics and want to be YouTubers. So I see the laughing already. So if someone goes, I want to do what you do, do you have any words of wisdom? What would you say? And how would they kick off and get started? And then maybe I would give you my advice after I've heard yours.
Yeah, I will say, you know, I had such a unique, I think we both had pretty unique ways to get here. I mean, all of us sitting here. So I always start with, you know, go work as many different jobs in the areas of, you know, kind of interest that you think. Because, you know, I started off as a mechanical engineer and I got a degree in it before I really got like my first gig, like job. And as I was working that job, I was like, oh man, I enjoy this stuff, but I don't enjoy it in this avenue, you know? And so I just wish I would have, like, you know, tested different markets a little bit sooner. But that being said, I think, like, you just got to follow what you genuinely like doing and just keep, like, pursuing it and be persistent. I think, like, that's the biggest thing. I tell everyone all the time, they come up, whether they want to be a YouTuber or a mechanic or whatever it is, you know, a lot of guys know that I got a degree in mechanical engineering, so they're interested in that and ask like how that process was. And really, I was like, I wasn't the smartest guy, I wasn't, you know, particularly brilliant, or I wasn't like, you know, had a ton of competence in physics or math or anything. I was just super persistent and I could learn, you know. And I think like that's probably the biggest advice I give people is like, just be persistent.
Be persistent.
That'll work out.
Got it.
Yeah, persistence is key. I would say, you know, find what you're passionate about and just try to share that. You know, for me, I think growing up, I grew up making skateboarding videos with my buddies, and then when we got into cars, we'd make videos with that. So making videos of whatever I was into was always part of something that I did. So it's kind of natural that we ended up making YouTube videos about cars because I'm super passionate about cars. I'm also lucky that I've always been really into cameras and photo and video stuff. So those two passions really came together in a nice way with the advent of YouTube. So, but you don't have to be, I think, into photo and video very much, especially these days. We all have a phone in our pocket that can film well enough to make a YouTube video. So I think you just need to find what you're passionate about. And if you want to share that on YouTube or whatever platform, then just do it. And don't worry. I think it's easy to worry about being the best at something or knowing everything about it before you want to like make a video, but I don't think you need to get wrapped up in that. You just need to be honest and you know, let your passion speak.
Yeah.
So
just do it. Yeah.
Sweet. All right. I'm going to ask you, dudes, I haven't prepared any of this. I'm going to ask you like 5 quickfire questions.
Okay. Oh,
yeah. These are the ones that I get asked and Marty get asked all the time.
Okay, cool.
Right.
I can actually only think of one, but I'm going to invent 4 more while you're answering. These are just like quick questions and quick answers.
I'm interested to see how many you have.
This is what we get asked more than anything else. How tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
I'm 6 foot.
I'm 184 centimeters.
Oh, I'm 185.
I was actually 186, I think.
I'm 186.5.
I'm 187.1.
I have a tape measure somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you really? Man, that's how we break the internet right there. What do you have for breakfast, real quick?
I'm a big acai bowl guy.
Dude, please tell me where the best acai bowl is around here.
Oh, I'll tell you.
I went to a place the other day in Palm Springs called Acai Oasis. And I went into Acai Oasis and they went, our acai machine doesn't work. And I'm like, you're just an oasis then.
This is a
Yeah. All right. Okay. So yeah, acai bowl, what do you got for breakfast?
I'm not a big breakfast eater. I didn't eat breakfast. I usually don't. I had a coffee.
Okay. Wow. What time do you go to bed?
Probably 1 a.m.
Yeah, between the hours of 1 and 2 usually.
Okay. What do your parents think about your job as YouTubers, just in a word or two?
Dad, very proud. Mom doesn't quite get it.
My parents, both very proud. They've come around.
Nice. But what's funny, like when I got cast to do Top Gear, my mum sent me a message and I started the message and it said, will you be on a bus? And so and Paramount went very hard with the promo of Top Gear, and so there was billboards, buses, whatever, and I saw a bus with my head on it, just huge, and I sent my mum a message and I go, hey mum, I'm on a bus, and she goes, great, and I was like, are you going to watch it? And she's like, probably not. So Mom,
I made it.
Mom, I made it.
yeah, I'm on a bus. That's all she really cared about. What do we got? I think that's about it. Anything you want to know about Australia or about Mighty Car Mods or anything? I'm going to hand it to you.
Yeah. How are you guys doing? Last time we met, it was what, over a year ago. It was over a year. Yeah.
15,
so
16 months ago.
yeah, and obviously since then you did Top Gear. I guess for future potential Top Gear guys, what was your experience like with that, and what were like one little thing you learned or gave you most insight while being on a, like we were talking about earlier, there's like the production side of TV and then there's the production side of YouTube, and they are very different. But yeah.
Very good question. You know how you're talking about like at Donut, people did some things for you that you didn't need to do? My experience on Top Gear was that to an extreme. So you got someone who just does mini cams, like little GoPros. You got someone that just does drone, someone who just does the lapel, someone that just does. So every person's got their little thing. And when you get up and there's 50 or 60 people there, they're all doing their thing. And I would go out and have a chat with people. And somebody at one point said to me, "Oh, you don't have to talk to the crew." And I was like you don't have to. And I was like, I want to. It's like I want to find out what's going on. They would lose me all the time because you get a clothing budget of which I didn't really use. So I'm just wearing a black hoodie, a t-shirt, black jeans, and they'd always be going, "Where is he? Where's Blair?" And I'm just hiding like a zebra amongst all the sound guys. I was a sound guy for a long time, so I think I just like fit in with all of the crew. So yeah, everyone's doing their real specific thing. And I think what I noticed, and the thing that I couldn't really work out, is that maybe people that were on the set shooting are not the people that are editing. So you got to make sure you capture enough stuff that a completely different group of people are then making a story. Right. People are writing notes and stuff, but I was like, how do you know? Because you got 3 cars, 3 different places sometimes, and they've each got a crew that's got to follow them, and then you've got to mix it together like that. The logistics of that just blew my mind, and I was really glad that I didn't have to be involved in that aspect of it at all. The flip side of that is that you don't really get a say of like going, "Hey, let's have a scene where I do more of this or less of that," because you're making a story for a different audience. And also, it's called Top Gear Australia. Australia is a popular brand name to put on stuff, but the show is aired all around the world, and so I kind of realized that it's you have a smaller part to play and then conversely a bigger part, because the 3 people on screen are fully responsible for everything that's seen. And when you're crashing a car or stuff's catching on fire, like that stuff is authentic and it happens, and you just got to be rolling, I guess. Like the hardest thing professionally I've ever done, but I'm very happy to be back in my own space.
Are you going to do it again? Is there like or what's your if they
a second season hasn't been announced yet, so we'll just see what happens in time.
Cool.
What I'm quite excited about though, and look, let's be honest, the real reason I'm here. Here it is. Marty and I want to come visit you sometime in the next 2 to 3 years.
We'll be here for the inevitable future, I think.
Right, inevitable future, yeah. Or at least the immediate future. You never know. I mean, we're a new company, so the sooner the better, I'd say.
I reckon what would be a whole lot of fun, one way or another, is I don't know what a big time Mighty Car Mods extravaganza would look like. A big mods or a Mighty Time. But I reckon a little something at some point would be really cool.
We would love to do that. Maybe we could come together. We talk about this theory all the time. I love the analogy of like the 2 teams when they drilled the channel, the France side.
Oh, yes.
And
they docked in the middle.
And they docked right in the middle. So it's like we're building something here in the States. You're maybe making part of that in Australia.
That analogy, their side of the channel is like 85% of the channel, and we've got like 1%.
Yeah, the more work you do, the better. But we still want to be
for 17 years.
Right. Like no one knows that. Yeah, the French really slacked off, and it was all a UK thing. I don't know.
I was thinking more, you guys build everything and we come here via Japan with a turbo and we just kind of bolt that on, do a skid, and then we're going to go home and claim we did half of it.
Okay. So what else would be fun? It would be fun to meet up in Japan.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, we've been
that'd be
about
crazy.
that for a long time. Yeah, going to Japan and building something out there and then shipping whatever we build in Japan back.
We go usually once a year. I reckon we could do that. We got some people there that could help show us around, and that could be a thing.
An auction, buy a car at an auction over there,
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
That would be fun.
Let's do that. Let's plan for something like that. Meet in the middle.
Yeah.
The middle.
Closer to us. Luckily.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for having me down here.
Thank you for coming, man.
I hope
Good
your
to see
city
you.
doesn't fully get destroyed.
Yeah.
But thanks for inviting me down to your secret location near the LA Zoo. Of course, the boys from Big Time, you can follow them on YouTube. And there it is. I don't know if I got through the 5 questions,
It's okay.
but we found out your height and some food and some other irrelevant shit that I don't think anyone will care about. And I enjoyed ripping around the streets with these as well.
Sweet, check us out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was cool.
That was very cool.
I wasn't sure if that was all.
A little heel clicker. And he's got a busted leg, so that's even more impressive once you know how damaged he is.
That's right.
Dudes, what's coming up on Big Time? How are we getting excited? I'm sure the Mighty Car Mods audience is watching you anyway, but there's some trucks.
Yeah.
You may know we are the world's best 4-wheel driving
We
channel.
know that. Yeah, last time we
right.
were in Australia, we learned
Yeah.
that about
We
you.
met your competitors.
We met your competitors.
Did you
and-
really?
Yeah, we
4-wheel drive 24/7 guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
We hung out
I've
with
never
them.
met them.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
never
we
met
said
them.
hi for you because
you?
we
Did-
understand the.
Okay,
the-
did they mention us? Do
They
know
did.
They did.
They know you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they know who
they're well aware of who you are. Yeah, and
we
I
seemed upset.
don't start that. Yeah, no,
It's lonely at the top, I gotta say. I'm just up here with the wind in my hair, and yeah.
They were fantastic. Those guys were really great.
Yeah.
They came out here actually while we were still at Donut. We tried to do something and it never happened. But we'd love for them to come back out and do something, and we'd love to go back out there. And maybe we'll be
Yeah.
the bridge that connects connects you guys.
Number 1 and number 2 off-road guys.
Yeah, but we got some good stuff planned this year. We got Joby's got obviously his projects. He's got his M3, his S14, which are
Yep.
kind of getting finished up. We're
Yep.
doing this big project with the big rig,
Yep.
which is
And a little project with a little rig.
yeah.
That's
So
right.
Ludwig, do you follow Ludwig or know who he is?
I've heard about what's going on.
Yeah.
A little bit of a zip zap.
Yeah. So we're doing a little swap on that little sandbar. So
Yep.
that'll be cool. And then we got some other projects, kind of secret in the works.
Great.
And yeah, we actually have we're getting some Australian influence.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We have a Barra coming our way for us to
Okay.
put in
Something.
something. We don't know exactly
a Barra.
what.
Yeah.
A Barra,
Sorry,
yeah.
I thought you said a bearer. And I
Barra.
thought that was a barra.
I just pronounce it wrong.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right,
sure,
no,
yeah.
barra.
Yeah.
Barra. Barra.
That's
Barra.
good.
Barra.
Not great.
Okay.
But no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No.
great. I was smiling and nodding, trying to be polite. I'm like
Yeah.
a bearer. I'm running through my head. Is it a person? Is it a
No.
woman? Is it
I could tell it
Shakira's
wasn't
sister?
quite clicking.
Yeah. Engine.
Yeah. Barra.
A barra.
Yeah.
So we got one of those stateside on its way to us.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we're gonna put that in something really fun. So we just got a lot of fun projects. We have some cool show ideas that I think are gonna be pretty cool. And
Pick up some new projects.
Okay.
Do
Yeah.
some fun driving.
And we can confirm at some point in the next 3 to 5 years, there's going to be a mighty big time mod extravaganza.
Yes, yeah.
Possibly
Yeah.
stateside, maybe in Japan, maybe in Australia,
That's
maybe all 3.
Yep. Confirmed. You heard it here first.
I love it was 2 to 3 years. Now it's been extended 3 to 5.
I don't know. Just the more I get to know you guys, I'm thinking in the next decade or so we could do something.
Yeah, we'll do something. You know what? We'll get on it. It might be sooner than that. You never know.
Do you know what? I reckon we could commit right now.
We could.
2025, Marty and I'll come and see you.
Okay.
That's this year.
You want to
Yeah,
do
it
it?
is this year.
I mean, I'm just going to turn up again like today and have neither of you here and him asleep. He thought I was delivering car parts. And I ring the thing and he's like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, I'm here from Australia. And they're like, and the thing that I love is you're like, I thought you were meant to be here yesterday.
Yeah.
But knowing that you thought I was meant to be here yesterday, I got no messages saying, where are you? They're
didn't
like,
wanna
we're
bu-
lucky he didn't turn up.
No, I didn't want to bug you. I knew you were here with your family, so I was like, he's probably enjoying
Yeah.
LA. I don't want to bug him.
All
you
right.
know.
Well, okay. We're coming back in the next 10 to 20 years. We're going to do something. It's going to be great. Boys, all the best. Thank you
you.
very much. Thanks for having me in the garage. I want to rip a mad skid on one of these down to your local acai shop.
Yeah.
So let's maybe do a little of that. Thanks for having me. Big time. I'll link the thing. There's stuff coming. It's going to be big. Mighty Car Mods is going to come over to the Big Time Garage in the next 24 months. It's going to happen.
Yeah, let's do
Thanks,
it.
boys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Boom, boom.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.